環境
Secretary for Environment and Ecology. Deputy President, I move the second reading of the ozone layer protection. The columbarium. Secretary, please first move the second reading of the Ozone Layer Protection Amendments Bill 2024. Deputy President, I move the second reading of the Ozone Layer Protection Amendments Bill 2024. The bill seeks to amend the Ozone Layer Protection Ordinance Cap 403 to implement the requirements of the Kigali Amendment to the Montreal Protocol on substances that deplete the ozone layer for the regulation of hydrofluorocarbons, or HFCs, a greenhouse gas contributing to climate change. The Montreal Protocol was extended to Hong Kong in 1988 and implemented by way of the ordinance. Over the years, we have been actively implementing the requirements of the protocol and collaborating with the mainland and international community in restoring the ozone layer. We have all along abided by the protocol and its amendments in order to fulfill our international obligations. Through prohibition of manufacture and import and export control, we have phased out ozone-depleting substances regulated by the protocol and its amendments. According to the United Nations Environment Programme, with the full implementation of the protocol, the hole in the Antarctic ozone layer is gradually shrinking and is expected to recover to pre-1980 level by the middle of the century. HFCs are a type of greenhouse gas leading to climate change. In October 2016, Kigali Amendment was approved, and HFCs are put under the control regime of the protocol. Phase-down targets and timetable were set. The amendment took effect on the 1st of January 2019. Our country accepted the amendment in June 2021, and it took effect on the 15th of September the same year. Now, on submission of the ratification documents, the Central People's Government declared that the amendment will not apply to the Hong Kong SAR until further notice. To fulfill our international obligations, we started preparatory work in 2018. The work continued even during the pandemic. In order to implement the requirements of the Kigali Amendment, we must phase down the consumption of the 18 controlled HFCs to 15% of the baseline level by 2036. For that purpose, we propose to implement a three-pronged control strategy according to the principle of strengthen control, reduce consumption, recycle, formulate guidelines, and transform in an orderly manner to progressively reduce the consumption of HFCs in Hong Kong on the premise of safety and environmental protection, with a view to meeting the phase-down targets of the amendments and assisting the market to smoothly transit to suitable alternatives. With the bill, we will prohibit manufacture of the 18 controlled HFCs and implement an export licensing regime through the bill, starting from the fourth quarter of 2025 as required by the Kigali Amendment. As for the regulation and mandatory recovery of the two remaining products and the relevant safety requirements, these will be dealt with by way of subsidiary legislation after the passage of the bill and implemented in phases starting from mid-2026. The Kigali Amendment has been widely adopted by the international world, representing a global trend to phase out HFCs. The proposals in the bill is in line with this trend. The HKSAR will fulfill its international obligations by implementing the amendment. At the same time, local trades and users will be urged to adjust their operations and reduce the use of HFCs to align with the pace to phase down HFCs consumption in Hong Kong. At present, environmentally friendly alternatives have become more mature and less costly. We do not foresee a significant increase in cost or inconvenience for the trades and users arising from the bill's proposals. We have widely consulted and carefully considered the trade's views before formulating the proposals. Since August 2021, we have proactively met with trade associations, including equipment suppliers and HFC's importers, to assess the trade's readiness to phase down HFC consumption. In 2022, an interdepartmental task force was established to deal with the technical and safety issues of the Kigali Amendment. We also promote government departments to take measures to phase down consumption of HFCs. Subsequently, a 2-month public consultation was held between July and September 2023, during which consultation papers were sent to over 3,000 stakeholders, with 2 public forums and numerous consultation meetings held. The feedback received was generally positive, with a consensus that the HASAR has a duty to implement the amendments as soon as possible. The bill's proposals are also supported by the Advisory Council on the Environment and the Panel on Environmental Affairs. If the bill is passed by the Legislative Council, we will further consult the trade before finalizing the details of the regulation regime and mandatory recovery arrangements. Deputy President, the proposals in the bill will allow us to fulfill our obligations under the International Convention. We will cooperate with the scrutiny work of the Electrical so that the bills can be passed soon. I so submit. Thank you. I now propose the question to you that the aforesaid bill be read the second time. In accordance with the rules of procedure, the second reading debate is adjourned and the bill is referred to the House Committee.
II.Govt.
Secretary for Environment.